So what we're going to focus on today is the priming of the VenaSeal gun. We're going to start with what comes in the VenaSeal kit. When you open the VenaSeal kit, you are going to drape your table as you typically would with your blue sterile pack, and we're going to pick up after you've done that. So after you've done that, you'll open up your VenaSeal kit, and what comes in the contents of that kit are your wire. You're going to put this on the wet side, and your blue delivery sheath. So those will both be on the wet side with your introducer sheath and some of the other stuff that you'll use for the procedure. But what we're really mainly focusing on is how to prime the glue into the delivery catheter and get the catheter ready to be used in the procedure. So what you'll notice when you open up the kit, the contents of the kit, we went over the wire and the blue sheath, but the stuff that you'll be putting on the dry side will be your vial of 5 mL of VenaSeal glue, your delivery catheter, which is in this hoop for right now, and the gun, which you'll be using to deliver the VenaSeal. On top of that, you'll have 2 syringes with these green tools to draw up the glue. So what we're going to pretend is that we have taken the syringes and we've dropped the glue. I don't want to waste your time on the video. It takes some time to drop the glue, so just expect that it comes out like honey. It's really thick. Expect that it's going to take some time to drop the glue into the syringes. So you take your first syringe, you put it into the glue, and you're going to draw it up until you get 3 mL of glue in the syringe. You'll notice after you fill the glue to the 3 mL, which is the max capacity of the syringe, there's going to be a big bubble. You got to wait till this bubble. There's really nothing you can flick it. You can do whatever you want with it. It's going to take just time to get up to the top of the syringe. Once it comes up to the top of the syringe, you're going to purge it out. We don't want any air into the catheter. So you'll take gauze from your sterile pack and you'll purge out that bubble. And it's okay if you waste some glue in that process, but just make sure you get the bubble out. So I've done that. After filling up that syringe, you're going to take your other syringe, and there should be about 1 to 2 mL of glue left, or I guess exactly 2 mL, but it's impossible to get all that glue into the syringe. So what you want to do is take your remaining syringe and fill it as much as you can. So you can see in this, I only got about 1 mL here, which is fine. After you fill both those syringes and purge out the air, you're then going to dehoop your glue delivery catheter. One thing that's very important about this catheter is you do not want to flush it with any kind of saline, because the way the glue works is when it interacts with liquid, that's how it dries. So we don't want to flush this catheter in any way. When you dehoop this catheter, one of the things to remember, it's really flimsy, so just make sure you have it controlled while you dehoop it so it doesn't fly off the table. So after you have removed it from the hoop, one of the things I like to do is take a steri strip and tape down the tip of the catheter. That way, while you're priming it, it won't, again, fly off the table and you would have to open up another catheter. At this point, what you're going to do is you're going to take the syringe with the least amount of glue. You're going to remove the green dispensing tool, and you're going to attach the syringe to the back of the glue catheter, okay? At this point, you're not going to use the gun yet. What you're going to do is you're going to take the syringe and you're going to hand load or hand inject the glue into the catheter. Because there's only 1 mL or 1.5 mL of glue in here, it should not fill this whole catheter, so you don't have to worry about the speed at which you inject it. It's not going to come out the tip. So I'm just going to push it as fast as I can into this catheter. One of the things you'll notice, it's hard to see on this video, but as you inject the glue, you'll see, even though both are clear, this is a clear plastic, this is a clear substance, you can still see where the glue is in the catheter as it advances through the catheter. So if you were a little closer here, you can see my glue is about 2/3 of the way through this glue catheter. And now what I have to do is get the glue, the object of once you've primed this whole catheter is the glue should be at this, there's a laser mark at about 3 centimeters from the tip of this catheter. So I've injected all of the glue from the first syringe. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my second syringe, which has 3 mL of glue. I'm going to remove the green tool from the tip. I'm going to connect it to the back of the catheter that I was just injecting into, and then I'm going to lay down the syringe. At this point, what I'm going to do is pick up the blue gun. There's a button on here on the top. You want to push that button down with your left hand, and then remove the plunger from the back, pull the plunger from the back at the same time until it can't go anymore. And then what you're going to do is take, again, you should be taped down here at the tip, but what you're going to do is you're going to fit the syringe into the front of this and turn it towards you. It should only go one way. You want to turn it towards you. And it won't click or anything, but it will just feel nice and tight inside the glue gun. And at that point, what we're gonna do is we're gonna prime this catheter the rest of the way. So what we have now is this, the syringe is loaded in the gun, but this plunger needs to marry up with the plunger on the syringe. So you're gonna pull the trigger on this gun a bunch of times until you see this black plunger move forward, which will mean that these are married up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you can see that plunger is starting to move. So now what we're gonna do is 3-second pulls. So I'm holding the trigger 1, 2, 3, and you're gonna watch the glue move forward in the catheter. So it's still moving. I'm gonna pull the trigger again. 1, 2, 3. Again, it's moving towards this laser mark, which is our goal to where we want the glue to stop. I'm doing another 3-second pull. We're getting closer to that mark. And as I get really close to that mark, if I were to do another 3-second pull, the glue might go past the mark. So what I want to do here is just what we call feathering the trigger. So just do small little touches on the trigger. And you'll see the glue move forward at like very small increments at that point. Now, as you get really close to this laser mark, the key here is we'd rather the glue be past the laser mark, not short of it, but we don't want the glue to be so close to the tip that glue is coming out of the tip of the catheter. Because if we do that, what we're gonna have to do is pull the glue back in the catheter, and that can be a really painful experience. So you kind of want to wait. It will slowly trickle forward, and you'll see in this specific catheter, it's right at the glue mark now, and now we are done with the priming glue. So at this point, you're done with your syringe that had the 1 to 2 mLs of glue in it. You're done with your vials and your the hoop of this catheter. It can be either pushed off to the side or removed from the table altogether, and they're ready to do the procedure.